Guys, I'm here to tell you my beef with Two and a Half Men, because I'm not happy. I'm not happy with what happened to Two and a Half Men, and I need to talk about it. So, if you couldn't tell what I'm about to go on about, it's basically the fact that Charlie Sheen was just randomly killed off, almost like halfway through the series or to the later part of the series, and then just completely different show. We had this great story arc that was building, and things were off to like a great, I don't know how to describe it, epiphany moment with Charlie, where he's realizing about his overcoming his childhood issues, and that he's the only one to really blame for the way he's treating women and his unhappiness and his sorrow. When he was falling in love with Mia and then Chelsea, I was like, I've never seen the side to the character before. This is actually going somewhere. It's not just a comedy with the same old jokes and, oh, that's Charlie for you. You know what I mean? It actually had like he's developing as a character. Like, I could actually, you know what I mean, buy into this as like a realistic plot. And when he actually broke up with Mia, I was so pissed off because I felt like it was a bit of a dumb reason, and I thought, oh man, I really hope they get back together. And then they had that dumb episode where she's like a terrible singer, and he's like producing her, but he was with Chelsea then, so it kind of made sense to be like focused on the Chelsea plot. And obviously we know where that went. I mean, he effed up pretty bad when he slept with her friend, but I do feel that Chelsea should have given him another chance and they should have got back together. And obviously, he ends up getting with Rose. And the plot twist could have been that he gets with Rose and then Chelsea gets jealous and wants him back. You know what I mean? That could have been a plot twist. But obviously, he gets with Rose and then all of a sudden, he's dead the next episode. Huh? And the other thing that I found really cool in the story arc was that the bond between him and his brother was becoming more evident, and they were more willing to say that they care for each other rather than putting on the front that Charlie doesn't care and he wants him out the house. And he'd done all kinds of things for his brother, which his brother wasn't aware of, like sacrifice loads, and it was revealing something great. Like everything was heading somewhere great in the series, and I was looking forward to it. So then, boom, new series starts, and obviously we've heard all the controversy in the news about what's happening, that Charlie's been fired, the actual actor himself. So what happens to the character? Well, he dies. What does Charlie Sheen die of? Well, you'd think it'd probably be like alcohol poisoning or something, like in tune with the character. But no! Instead, we've got he died of a random car crash or something. Now, I don't know the reason behind this. Maybe they say he's alive later on or some shit like that, but whatever, man. The whole joke throughout the whole series is that he was going to die of liver failure or kidney problems or something like that because of his alcohol abuse. And we were almost promised that kind of death, and we should have had an emotional impact, a big message to the world that was alcohol is dangerous and it can kill you. That would have been epic. That would have been awesome. That would have been a great twist, and it would have if he does die, I don't want him to die, but if he did, for it to be from alcohol, would say something, because, like, people lose their family from alcohol. It's a serious thing, and that would have been, you know what I mean? That would have, like, gave you some feels. But no, what do we get instead? So we get a funeral with all his ex-lovers and friends and associates, and they're all taking the piss out of him. What kind of a funeral is that? And Chelsea, his former, committed girlfriend, wife who he fell in love with, she doesn't give a shit about him. That's a bit weird. All she cares about is saying, like, horrible jokes about him having, like, an STD or something. Yeah, like, this is realistic. This is a realistic funeral for a character we've fallen in love with over 8 freaking series. You're just going to kill him off and all the characters are going to shit all over him. Yeah, makes sense. So the whole funeral scene was unrealistic. It was joke after joke, and it was the typical old jokes we saw from the start of the series. Where like, he's an alcoholic, he sleeps with women, and it's like, yeah, we've heard this before. And then just the icing on this, the whipped cream or the cherry on this shit sundae of the series, is basically Ashton fucking Kutcher. That's all I gotta say. Ashton fucking Kutcher. So to me, it lost all respect. It lost all emotional investment. I was so freaking pissed off. It felt like when I was watching Dark Angel and the series abruptly ended and we never got to see what happens with Jessica Alba and that guy Max. I don't know the actor's name, but whatever. It pissed me off, and I'm still pissed off to this day, even though this happened years ago. And I just wanted to get off my chest because I was watching the Two and a Half Men series again from the start to the end, and fucking halfway through they throw fucking Ashton Kutcher in my face. Fuck off with that shit. Fuck off. Just one more thing to add. Actually meant Jessica Alba and Logan, I think the character was called. The guy in the wheelchair. And also, if you want to know what my beef with the whole Ashton Kutcher thing was, it's just the fact that Charlie Sheen is an A-list actor. Like, he was a big dude. Like, his dad was Martin Sheen, and he was even bigger. Like, he's just, you know what I mean, what I'd call probably class. And to see him in a comedy was very refreshing. Ashton Kutcher is like, you know, I don't want to be mean, but like Hollywood trash. And, you know what I mean? It was like your typical, oh, we can't find anyone else. Let's get Ashton Kutcher. You know, nothing against the guy. Like, I think his acting's alright and whatever. But even his character in the fucking show is just annoying as fuck.